It goes without saying these days, former Panthers tight end Greg Olsen is a busy man. He's an analyst for the NFL on Fox and a youth sports coach right here in Charlotte.
Yeah, he is. Most importantly, he runs a foundation that has helped raise over $8 million for children battling congenital heart disease. Olsen's foundation, the Heartest Yard, is hosting its 4th annual Ungala next month at Steak 48, and our Gabe McDonald sat down with Olsen to preview the event, talk a little football as well.
Well, back here with our good friend Greg Olsen. Greg, heading into year 4 of what you call the night you look forward to every single year. Just what's kind of, the approach going into this event and now just having another year, being able to bring a lot of people together for a good cause.
Yeah, this event in partnership with Steak 48, as you said, it's our 4th annual Ungala. It's probably the signature event. It's the night we look forward to the most. It's an unbelievable opportunity. They open their doors to this incredible restaurant. All of our biggest supporters, our longest time donors, new partners, old partners, friends, family, teammates, everyone in the community that has been connected to the Heartest Yard over the last 12 years. This is a night that there's a long waiting list. This is probably the event we get the most yeses the fastest because, again, we call it the Ungala because it's probably the least charity event in history of charity events. Like, come with the people you want to have dinner with, have an unbelievable dinner, night, drinks, fellowship, friendships, and just know all the money raised goes to an amazing cause with the Heartest Yard and Levine Children's Hospital and our work here in the community. So it's a win for everyone, and we certainly look forward to it.
Absolutely. Now, talking a little bit of football too. This time a year ago, we were talking about Dave Canales being hired as the new head coach of the Panthers. Now, a year later, how would you grade that first year as the head coach here?
I think the best compliment that I could give him is he's brought good stability now from year 1 to year 2, and you could see from the energy in the locker room to when you talk to the players, the light on their face, wanting to go into the building, wanting to grow, wanting to develop. The culture shift that you saw play out throughout the course of the year, I think, is real. And we can talk play designs and schemes, and we can talk all the X's and O's until you're blue in the face. But if that's not built upon a foundation of a culture, of a locker room, of accountability, and the ability to persevere and to grow, no better example than what we saw with Bryce. So you've got to give Dave a ton of credit.
You mentioned the perseverance. You mentioned a guy like Bryce Young, going through something that he's never had to go through in his football career, being benched after week 2 this season. What impressed you the most about how he was able to finish being strong and being able to turn the corner and now set himself up to really be that guy for this team?
Yeah, I think it's one of the best stories in football. And I really mean that. That's not a homer. That's not me being biased. I know they only won 5 games, but it is just remarkable to see a player of that caliber with that number 1 overall pick, trade the farm to get him. We've all talked about it. Heisman winner, the whole thing. To be benched for performance, and it looked like he was never going to get an opportunity to ever step foot on the field again for the Panthers. Not only does he take back over, he just gets better and better and better. And by the end of the year, he looked like the guy we traded up to take for number 1 overall out of Alabama. And I just can't give him enough credit. The scrutiny he was under, the noise he had to live with and hear is not easy, and it can crush a lot of people if they're not mentally strong. And for a young player to be able to weather that and come out the other end better off is every lesson you want to teach. It's everything you want to pull out of the game of football he embodied this year, and I can't give him enough credit.
When you look at the future of this franchise, obviously there's still a lot of holes to fill on both sides of the ball. What do you think are maybe some of those biggest needs, not only in the draft, picking 8th overall, but also in free agency as well?
I think right now I know everyone's going to talk about the defense, and everyone's going to talk about, hey, we gave up the most points in NFL history or whatever. Yes, you have to be better on offense. In my mind, Derek Brown is like getting a first-round pick back. True. So he's your first-round pick. I'm going to continue to make my offense as good as possible. When you're scoring and you're playing well on offense and your franchise quarterback's playing well, it's amazing how different people look at the game. I would be careful spending too much time on the defense and not continuing to improve Bryce and continuing to improve the offense along the way.
And you personally had a front row seat to the league again this year, being in the booth for Fox. Just what do you think of the overall outlook of the league and now having a Super Bowl rematch from the game you were fortunate to call a couple years ago?
I think the NFL is in a great spot. I mean, it's storyline after storyline. There's constantly new star players coming into the league. I know a lot of people, root against the Chiefs because they want fresh blood, and people are, getting Chiefs, they're tired of it. It's fatigue. I think when you have an opportunity to witness greatness as a fan of the game, and you watch people that just continue to have success in spite of everything in the league is designed to prevent this very thing from happening, you have to take a step back and just say, I'm going to appreciate this while we have it.
For you personally, was this year tough being in that number 2 spot? How did you personally approach this year? What was it like for you?
Yeah, it definitely. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't. I mean, I obviously, to go from calling the best games for the last 2 years and calling Super Bowls and NFC championships and all the marquee matchups on a weekly basis to then not doing it, that sucks. Anybody that's done anything at a high level to have that pulled away in your mind for nothing that you did wrong is kind of a tough pill to swallow, but it was the reality of the situation that I was in, and my approach was come away from every game and people walk away saying that's the best game that we've heard broadcast this year, and I try to do that every week, and we don't always get it right. I'm not always perfect. There's ways that, there's times where I'm like, hey, I could have probably presented that better, but it's not for the lack of trying. It's not for the lack of preparation, and I think people still enjoy our broadcast. I think they enjoy the way we present it and the way we frame it, and I'm going to continue to do that at the highest level I can, regardless of what game I'm calling, for as long as the opportunity is I have. And hopefully those opportunities elsewhere come. If they do, great. If they don't, we'll see what the next path brings.